Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Tavern Talk. Ooh. Let's see what comes of it. I think everything's working okay. Alright, I think we go to here. Crossroads of 3. Third of the astral moon. Start the day. I forget what voices I had for them. I think it's good morning. Good morning, Melli. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today? You know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. It goes well with brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly? Can do. Oh, no. Uh-oh. There we go. Smart and sparkly. This one. So, yep. Draw the recipe. Good morning, Andu. Alright. 3 of this. Okay, this one. Oh wait, 2 of this one? There we go, sparkling nebula. Oh, push the button. Ooh. A fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle. Happy to hear that. Please, what can I get you? Nothing. Alright. So, has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have awakened memories of the old woe. He seems pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. It's very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of colossal saber-toothed tiger fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception. Where did you find him? At the local Gia temple. It got split in the middle of a fallen star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was. I overheard some priests say they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. And people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was travelling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman, Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests knew anything about the star reign. Did they? No, I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out, is that Alethea? That's the cleric's name. Found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try and become a real priest. Apparently, he loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged, and everything was very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I'm no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you. How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all of these heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught. I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. That's fascinating. It is. She also told me to work on my stealth, that being smart isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you going to work on it? Yes, Blaze is going to show me the ropes. Is he now? Have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things, but also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favourites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend? Of course I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary? Of course it is. So, the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No, they were much worse than that. Can I have a drink after all, or the words aren't flowing easily? Of course, same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Okay, is it the spoken heart one? Yes, spoken heart. Pour Right. This one. 2, 3. Yeah, one of these. And one of these. Spoken heart. Thank you, Endu. Oh, I've got to give you a pat. Alright, let's go, let's go. A drink, just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? Ah, right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadowbanes and was eager to prove myself. It's said there are great riches far in the depths of the Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in East Vesoa. Vesoa? Surely. Anyway. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the twilight chasm. Hideous creatures that had every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I will never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kinda cute. They were not cute. If you say so, maybe one day I'll counter some. Pray you never will. Ooh, we got a rumour. No thanks. Innkeep, hand me a drink, will you? Coming right up, Lynn. Any preferences? The usual. Something strong and powerful? Exactly. Okay, strong and powerful. Southern Brawler? Let's go. Oh. Uh-oh. Surely I can pour. Okay, one of these. And one of these. Thank you, Undo. Thank you, little cutie. Look at those sparkly eyes. Ta-da! A drink. Have you messed up definition of strong? Strength lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, and yours need a prescription. Say, Innkeep, you got room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me? You bet. It's what my Baba used to drink back in the day. My adventurer reminded me of it. Ooh, sailor's courage. Thank you, Lynn. So, since you're here in my tavern, unharmed and in somewhat good spirits, I'm guessing you've survived your encounter with the Waven Chimera. I did, obviously. Congratulations. Oh no, my voice is going. You encountered a chimera? Sure did. Lived to tell the tale too. You or the chimera? Both. Cool. Are you a beast slayer? I am, though this time no beast was slain. I'm Sarah Lynn. You? Melli, the greatest detective in the whole wide world, and this is my assistant. Your assistant got a name? Malachite. I see. So, Melli, you're interested in chimeras? I'm interested in everything, chimeras especially. If you like, I'll tell you that sneaky innkeep and your punking crime over there how I outsmarted one. Yes, please. I would love that. His name changes. Well, all right, strap in tight then. Our friendly innkeep here sent me on a quest to collect some saliva from the wyvern chimera in our quag mangrove. It's the key ingredient for vampire sunscreen. Oh, I should have said. That makes sense. Getting all my voices mixed up. The issue is the marshlands, the chimera's home turf. There's no way I could outfit it in its own domain. So I went the route of trickery. My Baba always said all chimeras she encountered enjoyed some good subterfuge. I ain't really the brainy type, but I thought if I failed, it might be entertained enough to help me anyhow. Needed to pick a clever approach, of course, so I did the only reasonable thing to do in this situation. I talked to a mouse. A mouse? A mouse. Found one local in the marshland, offered him a bunch of cheese if he agreed to help me out. Was pretty easy to convince. Why a mouse? Everybody knows chimeras are afraid of mice, dummy. Exactly. I thought if it was scared, it might use its 3 brains less. So I dressed up the mouse in the best wizard regalia I could find and made myself invisible. You can do that? Not usually, but the innkeep's drink came with great perks. They do indeed, though I do not recall granting you invisibility. Yeah, invisibility might be too strong a word. But with the wits I got from your drink, I remembered something. Chimeras have a hard time discerning between different shades of green. Ooh, I think I know where this is going. Got quite the hand in camouflage, so I figured I'd put it to good use. I gathered some underbush sticks and leaves and made some glue from tree resin and spit. Spit? Everything holds together better with spit. Let me jot that down. Sure thing, kiddo. So I put it all together into a cloak of camouflage, put some mud on my face and was ready to go. So dressed up in camouflage, the mouse and I, unseen, approached the chimera. It was resting near a muddy stream, and 2 of its heads were in deep discussion about the sanctity of canon compliance. Kind of heads did it have, besides the dragon one, obviously. Classic lion and snake head combo. Of course, all of them heard us approaching. First, they seemed curious, but all 3 of them froze up when they saw the mouse. Little thing looked mighty tall with his improvised wizard hat. I sat right behind him, making his footsteps sound heavy. My camouflage seemed to work. The different shades of green and brown made me blend into the marshy landscape. From up close, I could see the chimera trying to hide its fear as the mouse drew near, so I started the show. The mouse, or me, same thing at that point, loudly announced that he was a great wizard, and he had come to collect spellcasting ingredients for his plane switching spell. He was prepared to fight, but was willing to bargain if the chimera valued its life. To underline his great power and everything, I even made him float on my invisible hand. Luckily for me, the chimera was more than ready to take up the offer, though it did briefly argue with itself on whether fleeing was the better option. The snake wanted to fight, but only until the mouse growled or I growled, one and the same really. So the great mouse mage stated his condition in no uncertain terms. The 1 bucket of saliva, in return he would leave the chimera in peace forever. Helped a lot that he could summon the bucket out of thin air. Briefly lost my sanity when there was more in-creature arguing, but finally the chimera agreed. It filled the bucket with plenty of saliva within a disturbingly quick time frame. Happy to avoid any monumental violence, the mouse wizard and his bucket of valuable chimera saliva floated away, promising that he would keep his honourable word. What an incredible ruse! I guess I got some of my Bubba's brains and charm after all. More than some, it seems. Let's not get too carried away. Once we were out of sight, I had to keep up my own end of the deal, of course. After getting out of my camouflage, I thanked the mouse and gave him the enormous amount of cheese I had promised him. Wouldn't that much cheese be way too heavy for a single mouse to carry? Turns out the mouse was actually a wizard after all, had some sort of dimensional pocket he could store it in, all in, disappeared with the cheese and just left its ridiculous hat with me. Bid me farewell before I could ask him why he hadn't said something sooner about the whole wizard thing, you know. Ah, typical mouse with a wizard hat. I see. I prefer the detectives personally. Me too. Oh, I'm getting my voices mixed up again. Afterwards, I thought I was in the clear, when suddenly I felt something breathing heavy right behind me. When I turned around, I was looking right into the eyes of the scaly Werven chimera. Apparently, it had wanted to know where the wizard would take his leave, so that it could move to a more secure spot. I thought I was about to be smoke, but apparently Baba was right. They do like a good ruse. So it wasn't mad? No, it was amused, impressed even. In return for making its week, it let me live and left me with some strange words. Strange words? Stranger than a talking dragon head? I mean, it's kind of what dragon heads do, right? Not sure. Maybe they do typically speak in prophecies. Prophecies? That's what it said. That's what it said it was giving me. It said, hope would fall and hope will rise. A hero will tether its final tread, bury the past and keeping the dead. Sounded like a bunch of, to me. How blasphemous. Didn't say it wasn't real, but why do they gotta make these things so cryptic? Ain't no one got time to interpret this kind of stuff. That's the thing with prophecies. No need to interpret them. You'll realise exactly what they mean soon enough. What hero do you think it was talking about? No clue. I bet it's you. I ain't no hero. I think you might be, Lynn. You know what would be very heroic of you? What? If you brought that saliva to Carl the vampire, I'm sure his happiness about finally being able to walk in the sun again will be extraordinary. Too lazy to do it yourself. My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine, might as well. I guess I owe that leech a thanks for providing me with this strange adventure. Did you have fun? It was fun? Yes, I admit it was fun. Just wish I could tell my bubba all about it. But you make a good stand-in, Innkeep. Thank you, I'll try. Now, any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last saw him at the Gear Temple. The priest might know where he went. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a greatsword? That's it. Sure thing, right now? Is right now okay? I've got the time. It might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. It's a deal then. I'll show you the basics and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That is, if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Gruff. Okay, kiddo, let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course, go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mel? No, I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay, you can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this to practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I'll promise I'll have a quest for you soon. I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and giant swords. Ha! I know you will. But first, I gotta practice. See you later. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. Water. Ooh, sailor's courage. Oh, it's extra. Oh, it's a little bit of different. Okay, cool. Alright, what do we... Spoken heart? Spoken heart. This one. 1, 2, 3. Pat undo. Okay, one of these. And one of these. Southern Brawler. Let's go. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. So, malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it. Yeah, Inkeep? Hiya, Fable. I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again, and you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's all right. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. And of course I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, see if they needed help with any damage after all of that. Did Uncle Dragon make it? Yes, the werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out okay. Mr. Dragon was making emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's a stress cooker. It's very nice of you to check in with everyone. I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up all of my healing salves. That's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. Ooh. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, "Who cares? Some wild-eye adventurer will surely put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting those tomatoes." I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure that you can replace the stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right, but it still would be much nicer if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone's okay. Did you check on Lynn yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside. I did. Outside on your definitely not hacked up terrace. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? It was nice to see she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melli with so much enthusiasm, and to catch up a bit, that too. She tried to rope me into their great sword training. Did you accept? Not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melli. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Celerin doing all right. And she was relieved about Mr. Dragon. And about you, I'm sure. Maybe. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of this world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can you try that new one I requested? 1,000 Winds, was it? In case I run into more people in need of help on the way back. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Ooh, new recipes. 1,000 Winds. Okay, draw the recipe. Alright, so we go 2, 1, and then this one, 2. Uh-oh. Undo. Oh, wrong one. That's not it. Dang it. What am I doing wrong? Charming, elusive, somehow that feels exactly resisting. Enjoying a refreshing drink. Its airy swirls are perfect for avoiding unwanted questions. Okay. Oh. Deep within. Okay. We've got Mills. Information. Thousand Winds. Alright, maybe we put... Ooh, a golden feather. Okay, let's empty that out. Let's put a golden feather in there. Okay. 1, 2. One, 2. We did it! Okay. Thanks, Sandu. Okay. Push the button. A breezy drink inspired by you and your kindness. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. She makes the best drinks, right? They're okay. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. They are also an incredibly courageous and capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Malachite, obviously. Melli just talked about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool, and her new friend, she sounded very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. Oh. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zophid could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences of their honesty. Sounds like Zodford is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zodford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in the eastern Fiosa and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbour town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals, very pretty fireworks. Why, does it sound like something you're up your alley? No, not mine, but... Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Melli just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No, I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's really bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Well, why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? You got enough rumours to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very... What's that word? Nutritious? Hang on, I've got to look that word up. I actually don't know what it is. Learning things. Nutritious. Containing or contributing nutriment or nourishment capable of prompting the growth or repairing the waste of organic bodies, nourishing as nutritious substances, nutritious food. Oh my gosh, my dyslexia. Is that very nutritious for you? Okay, I get it now. I was looking at the word and didn't realize what it was until I read what it meant. Oh, no, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me or anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around with less horrors, I hope. Oh boy. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melli? Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Zodford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be gone alone. I hope not. There's little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews. I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Asteria. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You've got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything. Is it? Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fears stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Rather than not at all, maybe that is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they are still worth experiencing. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. Though one of my friends is sitting here right now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me? That makes me really happy. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry, go home, fix the many things that worry you as long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Oh, they're friends, that's so cute. Is that the end of our day? Nom nom nom, feed and do. Sweep, 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 clean up the tavern. Good night, everybody. The end of another day. We've got another rainy day. Okay, let's save. We're saving. Okay, thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate you, and I'm really curious as to how this story is going to unfold. And in the light of giving and receiving, I honour you.